CCD sensor, $12.99. Looks pretty clean. Keep thrifting. $12.99. Nikon D50. Beautiful.
You know when you're in a bar, or maybe you're at church, or you're in a restaurant or the grocery store, and you look across and you just see that one, and you know that person's the one. You just know, you feel it in your heart, you feel it in your stomach, and you're like, yeah, this is the one. I've been searching for it. Maybe you weren't searching for it and you just happened upon it. I just found that in camera format. And if you've been following my channel, you'll know that I'm always buying and selling cameras. I review cameras. I love photography. I take pictures all the time. I take pictures every single day. I'm always shooting something. I'm always interested in nature and things that look amazing. I'm trying to constantly hone my skills, get better at what I do. I go thrifting not because I'm looking for products, just because it clears my mind. I'm in an environment where I don't feel any pressure. Every now and again you come across something cool. I'm not saying every time you go to a thrift shop you're going to find something. To be honest, 80% of the time I find nothing. 20% of the time I find something. This particular camera is a random hit, and I am so overjoyed, happy that I found it. Not that I knew it was a great camera. I love the brand. I just found it to be insanely beautiful. You guys, it's the Nikon D50. Now, let's talk about the D50, shall we? It came out in 2005, April 20th, 2005, to be specific. I'm right by a hospital, so there's helicopters coming in and out all the time, which I love because they're cool. So the Nikon D50 came out on April 20th, 2005. It had an initial retail value of $899, which in today's money will probably be about $1,200. Now, it's one of the earliest decent consumer level cameras. It was built to rival the D70 or to complement the D70, and the D70 is another favorite of mine. The D70 is a little bigger than this. The D50, has an impressive focus range and focal points better than the D70. The sensor itself, 6.1 megapixel CCD. So why is this camera so good? Why am I in love with it? You guys, it's the color rendition. Straight out of this camera, without editing, without even going near my Lightroom, the image that I get out of this camera is insane. It's just one of my favorites, and it's gonna stay with me. I think I'm gonna look for another body, a better one, because this one's a bit battered, but the D50 is definitely something that's gonna stay in my collection. Let's talk price then. You know, you can see from that video, it cost me $12.99. I'm gonna leave this label on there. I'm gonna leave this Goodwill, or is it Volunteers of America? Anyway, I'm gonna leave that barcode on there just to remind me that this beautiful camera cost me no money. It came with a battery, not this one, it came with the black, older one. I upgraded it because obviously I want a newer, better battery. This takes SD cards. The 70 takes CF cards. This was one of the first cameras to take SD cards. The issue is you can't go higher than 2 gig, which means right now I can take 270 odd shots on this 2 gig SD card. Now it's the first gen SD card as well. Just Google in Amazon Nikon D50 SD cards and it will give you the options. So you're looking at 256 meg up to 2 gig. 1 gig apparently is the sweet spot. I bought two gigs for $20. The battery then, this is the EN-EL3 Echo. Gives me plenty of charge for this bad boy. I turn it on. I've got nothing but good news. 254 shots on this CCD sensor, 6.1 megapixel. beauty. Now, thank God for April 20th, 2005, because the images that I've been getting out of this, I just absolutely love them. The reason I'm telling you this is because it's bang for buck, right? It's how much money you have to spend to achieve results. The battery, if you want to get a new battery and charger, it's going to cost you about 11 bucks. All right, so less than $30 gets me started. Now, it didn't come with a lens. This is the Nikon 18-55 kit lens, which people basically throw away. Glass is what's going to create your beautiful, sharp images. Glass is what's going to give you that beautiful flare. It's what's going to give you those images that you just fall in love with. Professionals spend money on glass. This is not what's happening here, okay? This is my personal camera for doing personal stuff and taking pictures that I love, that I'm going to print out, hang up, and keep. You guys, 18-55? That's all I need for hanging out. That's all I need for in the brewery, in the garden, at the dance hall, wherever I'm at. This is a relatively small camera. It's not as small as my D40. It's a little... It weighs nothing. It came with a strap. The LCD screen on the back, pretty clear. I can see what I'm dealing with. I like it. It's fine. I don't need to go crazy. I'm not adjusting anything too crazy. The menu, the function buttons, ISO from 200 to who gives a damn. I was taking pictures with this last night, and listen to me. I was taking pictures inside in low light, and it was tough because I have it on aperture priority, which is my favorite priority. When I push the button on aperture priority with my aperture set to where I like it to get some bokeh, it slows the shutter right down. But what I got were those beautiful ghostly images that I absolutely love. This is probably one of the best images I've ever taken at home thus far. I love it. It's personal preference. Check this out. Now, obviously, that's very personal to me. Those are people that I love. That is a situation that I love. It's a very awesome moment. It's a personalized moment from me. But that was a complete accident. I asked my wife for a portrait. She stood there. I pushed the button. She's got things to do. She stood there for as long as it should take to get portrait, which is click, done. The camera thought otherwise. It kept that aperture open. She walked off. The aperture closed. I stayed in my same position. That's experience. If you're shooting and you push the shutter release and the aperture opens, do not move until the aperture closes, unless you want to create some kind of creative vibe. You have to stay nice and still. When the aperture closes, then you can review, peep your picture. Maybe it was 35. You're going to get some kind of blurry transition that's going to blow your mind. You guys, I just picked up a roll of portrait, 2 rolls of portrait yesterday. They were 15 bucks each, which is fine. I don't mind spending it. Portrait is beautiful. I'm going to put it through my new Minolta XGM and see what's up. I also picked up some Cinestill double. This is XX, which means it's a black and white film that you can push and you can change the ISO on, which is cool. I'm going to probably put that through my new Olympus XA. So 15 bucks each for those rolls of film and 15 bucks to develop them, and that's fine, okay? That's absolutely fine. 36 images, which are going to be works of art for me. This, in total, I'm going to say 50 bucks, all right? Including the SD card and the battery and the charger and the lens. 50 bucks. You can get it for even less. And I can create countless images with that CCD sensor until it finally gives up the ghost. And when it does, I guarantee I'm going to have hundreds, maybe even thousands of images that I really love. Look it. I love my Nikon D800. Full frame, 36 megapixel, boom. I love my Olympus pen, my EPL1. Micro Four Thirds, 14 megapixel, boom, love it. For whatever reason, it's been coded in a way that creates these buttery smooth, warm effects. And I love it. I can't get enough of it. It makes reality look better. Look through your eyes. Look how it looks. We love the world. We look around, we're in love with it. I take a picture with this, and it's almost as if my Nikon is on MDMA. It just loves the world and it wants to show you how good the world is. It's absorbing everything and it's showing you it back, how it should be, how it envisions the world to be. The Nikon D50, 2005, CCD sensor, 6.1 megapixel. If you find one of these cameras, you guys, buy it. Get yourself that 2 gig card, take pictures, and then tell me you disagree. I'm telling you, this has blown my mind. Blown my mind. Thank you very much for stopping by in my yard. I'm just out because it's nice and warm and I'm getting some sunshine. I'll see you on the next one, you guys. Can't say enough about this camera. It's dope.